I feel like I'm having these summer vibes right now, you know? Summer vibes. Maybe I'll play one kind of calypso song. Is it calypso they call it? Or salsa? Play salsa or zamba or zumba, whatever the cut. But sometimes there's no way we can describe it in English. I think it should be irritated. That should be it. Way of words like aran coin, aran time, aran yumi, aran yumi. Abi? Correct me, like, dang, like, I see. And Yoruba is now becoming very, very, like, sharp. Like, I'm now becoming a very good native speaker of the Yoruba language. Like, I'm proud of myself. For those who know me, back in the day, I moved on. Focused on my final exams. When I saw him, I passed him like it was not existing. You know when breeze blew? Hey, breeze. The breeze all blew like this, and you are wondering. You don't see the breeze, but you feel it. But you keep going because it's natural. The breeze will always be there. You know? That's how it was. I just passed him. Anytime I saw him, no eye, I just passed him like he was a regular person. Like he was just there.
Guys, this is the 5th time I'm recording.
Hi guys. This is me recording for the 3rd time or 4th time.
That's why I say consistency is key. I missed doing YouTube last week, and now it's affecting me. It feels like I've not done YouTube for 5 months. That's how it feels like. So whatever I do seems imperfect in my eyes, and I want to do it all over again. I hope I don't mess it up this time around. I'm telling you. Last time, if you flop again, if this time I'll take it as it is. You hear me? Okay, so now I want to talk about the workplace romance, relationship, romance in the workplace. Yes, the workplace is supposed to be a business environment, formal, serious place where you discuss business transactions, work transactions, you perform projects, tasks. But this time around, this is a romance project. Now, is it healthy? Is it safe? I would say no, it's not safe. It might have worked out for some people, but for me, I would not get into it. Or maybe I don't feel like normally it's normal for you to be attracted to somebody. It's normal for you to be attracted to somebody at work. It's not compulsory, but it's normal. It's possible for you to be. At the same time, it might not be possible because it does feel like all these ones is see finish. All of you see should have finished. For those who know that's what I'm trying to say, like over familiarity, see finish there. So sometimes it might not even work out. You might never think of the person, like nothing attracts about the person. The person just acts very weird at work. Well, but it has its good side and bad sides. For some people, the attraction is there, relationship, and when it works out, or if it works out, they get married. But I think one person then would have to leave the organization. Tell me, guys. I think I've heard of cases like that where some people have to leave the organization because a couple can't work in the same organization, except maybe it's the man that maybe owns a particular hospital and maybe his wife is a nurse. Then this can work out. But in another man's business, the man might be scared because we've heard of crazy cases where one person is a fraudulent act, they might do it together, like join forces together and then steal from the company. Rare cases, like I said, I don't know how true that is, but think of the worst case scenario sometimes. Now, let me tell you why I will not want to be in a romantic relationship with somebody that is at my place of work. That's because you can't mix business with pleasure. It doesn't add up. It can't work. It could work. You can't just do it. You can't mix business with pleasure together. And especially for those who are very clingy, some girls are clingy, like too clingy, or some guys can also be very clingy. When I say guy is clingy, a guy can be very possessive, obsessive and possessive. While a girl can be very clingy and even possessive too. That You just smile once to one particular person. You smile to Chika, and they will be like, babe. You can't be smiling to Chika when Francisca is here. Like, she's Francisca, you're not smiling with Chika. Why? Because she's suspecting. I mean, it's not very uncomfortable for the guy or even for the lady. It's going to be weird. Let's face the facts. Some people might do it. Tell me, drop your comments. Have you ever done it? Have you ever experienced it? Have you seen any kind of story like that? Is it possible? Do you think it makes any sense? I actually was reading through different stories online. I'm telling you, it's not easy. Like, why I go through, look for the story. Let me tell you, I've also been in that kind of situation. Not work situation. I've dated someone in uni or in the same class, and when there was a breakup, oh God, it was not easy, because you're feeling like, this person has moved on, because it was practically now reading with other ladies, was practically now like acting like nothing happened, like it didn't break up, it didn't shatter somebody's hearts, it didn't cause an hurricane in somebody's heart. Like that's how I was acting, and it was not easy. So just imagine if you're not working in the same place, a place where people are supposed to be very serious, especially when it's not your own job, it's not your organization, especially when it's just where you're just working there. So now imagine, you're about to take that kind of thing very seriously, but because of one man shattered your heart, because of one man broke the Titanic ship of your heart, you now start acting funny. You now be very imbalanced. You guys be very, very balanced. Now become very imbalanced. Yeah. Now, let me read this story. It's going to be just one story. So I'm going to read this very particular story. It says, I came to New York in 2007 from DC for the amazing job opportunities, and I'm not going to lie, the attractive women. That's a guy talking. See, all guys are the same. Whether you are Yoruba demon, Igbo demon, they're all the same. Imagine, that's why I came to New York. Well, it's on the first day of work, I met my future wife. Wow. Let me tell you something. I've not read this story before, so I don't know how it's going to end up, but let's hope that it's going to end up well. It wasn't love at first sight. Yeah. I was a stiff Republican with parted hair and pleated pants. But over the next couple of months, we became really good friends. Let me change my accent, man. I'm reading an American story. Let me change my accent. Give me some break, okay? Then one night, while walking out of Russian vodka room, she's Russian, it started to snow, and she put her hand in my coat pocket to keep it warm. We started holding hands, and well, that was it. We ended up sneaking away at lunch every day to hold hands under the table and occasional makeouts in the elevator. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about? There was a time we forgot to push any buttons, and it opened back up in the lobby a little too quicker than we thought. We have been married over 6 years, and I no longer part my hair. So that's from Trey. He's 38 years. New York Public Relations. That's a very good story. Now, this one says, even the topic says the breakup was bad. You can see the person doing like this. I won't show you. She said, I started as an girl, you said American English. Okay. I started an office romance with a direct colleague. This is not American. Let's face the facts. I can't just do that. So we walked about 6 decks away from each other, and it lasted for about 4 to 5 months. The breakup was bad, and it became increasingly frustrating to communicate with them about work issues. My ex would constantly mix business with pleasure. In my job, co-workers rely on each other for certain sets of data and information. Not receiving the information you need to effectively do your job because an ex is holding a grudge makes a terrible workplace environment. I'm telling you, it's not easy. So, this person goes further to say that it is hard to disclose that information to your manager as well. Before you want to do that kind of information, you want to stay inside under a bed bridge. You want to stay under the bridge. In my case, it didn't get to a point where that needed to be done. Luckily. I would not recommend going forward with an office romance, especially if you work directly with them. Anonymous 23. Now, it's a bad ending. That's why the person is anonymous. Imagine if it was a very good love story. They got married, had kids, bought a house, had 2 cars, traveled out on vacations. They would have put their name on this particular article, but they did not put their name. It's bad news. So, anonymous. And this from Prince. He said, okay, this person resides in Princeton, New Jersey, in financial services. Let's see. This one looks like it's, I don't know. It says it was pretty funny trying to keep it under wraps. But let's see. It said we met at a work picnic, ended up dating and then getting married. Good for you. It was pretty funny trying to keep it under wraps, but everyone found out anyway. Guys at the office actually congratulated my then boyfriend when he changed his relationship status from single to in a relationship on Facebook. Yeah. You see, everybody's listening. People be in your business. That's just a problem. So I just feel like for me, I wouldn't. Would you? I would not. I would not. Because if it doesn't end up well, I'm not saying be negative, but if it doesn't end up well, that is it. That's the end. That's just the end. Especially when you're not attached to the person. Ooh, it's going to be painful. It's going to be It's going to be very, very painful. It's going to be very, very painful. Some people that one knee limitation. Some people that don't have, they don't know stop. They only know go. They might end up not abusing the whole thing. Like you've heard of office romance, right? When people do some things, some very, very crazy things in the office place. God help you. What am I even saying? Did you guys see a particular video was on Instagram? I saw it. These people actually had sex. I mean, like, I don't know if it's their boss that actually put the video on the internet. I don't know, but they literally had sex at their workplace, and they were bakers. Were they bakers? I think they were cooking something within the food sector. Like, it was. I won't put the link, but please. That is why I feel like it is not even okay. Some people don't know how to they don't have to even themselves. Some people don't know what they call limitation. Down is go. Nothing like stop for them. They only see straight. Nothing like. So, my people, I would not advise it. I feel like I would not advise it because on that reason, because everybody will be in your business. Like, only when you're in a place where that is a gossip forum, people will be like, "Do you hear that? What's the name? Chidi. Do you hear that? Chidi. This Francisca for Chica." Not going to become a C-cube situation. Now everybody's going to be in your business. You're just going to be hurt. Your boss will just say one thing, might just correct you, and then you start crying. You start crying. The man will feel maybe somebody died, but no, someone broke your heart. So please, avoid stories that touch. So avoid avoid this. You know this song, "Umpty Dumpty sat on the wall, and Upsy daughter had the great fall." To avoid that kind of situation in your life, don't do it. Don't do it, oh. Don't. Even if the devil wants to push you, don't do it. Don't even respect yourself. Don't do it. Business, just go for business only. Do your projects, do everything, focus on it. If there's a kind of administration, please. And even if you feel like that's the person for you, please be wise about it. Just be very, very wise. I know what you're doing, and make sure you're very, very sure. Some people, they just feel like they're sure, but it's just infatuation. End of the day, they break up, and that's just it. Okay, bye. So with these few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince you and not to confuse you that office romance is a no-no.
I love you. Whoa.